Okay, welcome everybody. This is the Palos Verdes Democrats monthly meeting, November meeting. I'm the current president, and first thing I'd like to do is recognize our board. So if you're in the room, raise your hand. If you're on Zoom, raise your virtual hand so everybody can see who our board members are, and because they do a lot of work, and we'd like to recognize them for that. I don't see any elected officials in this room. Do we have any on the Zoom? I didn't check. I don't think I saw any.
Yeah, Rob Catherman's here.
Oh, Rob, hi.
Good afternoon.
Rob, with the Water Replenishment District, the representative of the Water Replenishment District. I'll bet you can't really see him. He's there. All right, and do we have any new members or guests who've never been here before? Yes.
Hi, I'm Darby Terry. I actually know Ann and Reggie from work, and Reggie introduced me to the fact that there was this group, and I've been trying to get here and watching, everything you're doing and presenting, and excited to finally be here.
Great.
And participate.
Welcome.
Being
Thank
active.
you. Welcome. You're welcome. Anybody?
They don't hear her on Zoom.
Oh, yes, we had a new member.
Darby Carey.
Darby Carey?
Carey.
Yes. New member Darby Carey introduced herself. Anybody else? Any other new people? Yes?
So I'm Lori Ross. I just moved to the area and found out that you guys are meeting in person, thankfully.
We're the only ones.
I know.
In
So
all of
here I am.
LA County, we're the only
We're the
ones
only
that are meeting in
ones?
person.
Really?
It's really
Yeah.
frustrating.
Wow.
Where did you move from?
I moved from Palm Springs, Palm Desert.
Oh.
And you were Lori
Ross.
Ross? Welcome.
Thank you.
So Will would have been your.
I'm sorry?
Was that where?
Raul Ruiz.
So he was the Congress House representative that we were.
Will Rollins? Is that
Rollins, right?
Oh.
Will Rollins.
I mean, for the
With
state,
Ken
as
Calvert.
opposed to the federal.
Is
Yeah.
Ken Calvert your congressperson?
Raul Ruiz.
Oh,
Raul Ruiz.
All right. Any other new people?
Yes, I'm Joey Comada, longtime Palos Verdes resident. And I haven't been to the meetings in a long time, but I'm happy to be back.
We're glad you are back. Okay. And then, yes.
I'm Betsy Adams, and I'm not a new member, but I haven't been in person since before the pandemic, so, except for the picnic. Nice to see all of you in person.
Welcome. We're really happy to be meeting in person again. You're here. Wade, you raised your hand, yes.
Wade Kyle, was a Zoom participant and my first in-person meeting. So, good afternoon.
Wade is a member with me of the LA County Democratic Party.
The 66 delegate.
Okay.
Anyone online?
Well, Joey was online. Were there any other people online who are new? I don't think so. I can't see raised hands. Can you? All right. So now we're going to go into announcements. One announcement that's not on the slides is that next Sunday, Democrats from around the Assembly District will be gathering at Mimi's for breakfast at 10 a.m. Mimi's in Torrance. It's a totally social thing, but when Democrats get together, we talk about things that Democrats care about, right? Roger's generally there.
I'll be there.
Right. We have a lot of fun. So if you can join us in
What was the
Mimi's in Torrance
on what day?
next Sunday.
Oh,
at
it's on
10
Sunday.
Yeah, at 10 a.m.
The 27th.
Yes, sounds about right.
Is that going to happen monthly or?
We do it monthly, the last Sunday of every month. Probably aren't going to do it in December. We eat outdoors, so December might not be conducive.
We can put that as an event on our website. I don't know why we don't.
Yeah.
I will. So if you want to just come to the website,
Okay.
it'll be there.
Okay. Hello. Oh, Casey, hi.
Hello.
He's another board member. All right. Next slide, please. for announcements. Yes, we had some wonderful local election results. You know, around California, our results weren't what we had hoped, but locally, we did really well. Of course, Ted and Ben and Al didn't even mount campaigns, and they won. But locally, we had Paul Seo win in Rancho Palos Verdes city council seat, first time running for office, and he won it. And Sarah Dean and Ami Gandhi for the school board, and Harold Williams for the water district. And then, of course, Robert Luna pushed out, I've forgotten his name.
He shall not be named.
He should not be named, exactly. And I do want to say something about our activism, the club's activism. We're going to have an activism slide too, but before we get to that, we've really upped our game, I feel, in the activism area. We were kind of a sedentary club for a while, you know, and we assigned an activism chair, and she's probably bugged a lot of you in this room to come in and phone bank or to walk a precinct or something. You know, she's relentless that way. She's the perfect person for this job. And she would have, so Carol Schwartz, so she decided to adopt Jay Chin. Now, we all know how that worked out, but she was having phone banks in her home every week, and she was getting 6-7 people in a phone bank. That's pretty good for a club to do that. And walking every week, canvassing every week in Orange County for Jay Chin. The numbers sometimes, maybe there are only 2 of us, sometimes there were 5 of us, you know, but that's pretty good. And then locally, in the local elections, we decided to do a door hanger campaign. And if you lived in Rancho Palos Verdes, hopefully you got one of our door hangers on your door. We've done door hanger campaigns before. This is our 3rd time, so we only have 3 data points, but every single time our candidates have won. 8 years ago, when Harold Williams first ran for the water board, I should tell you that the water board district is very odd. It's not contiguous. It consists of the city of Carson and the Palos Verdes Peninsula, and that was the geography that Harold had to win in. Harold was well known in Carson. He had been a city council member there, but he wasn't well known up here, and he was running against a Rancho Palos Verdes city council member, longtime city council member. And so you would think that Anthony Misitich was his name. You'd think Anthony Misitich would have had a lock on Palos Verdes. People in Palos Verdes generally vote in higher percentages than in other parts of the county. So being from up here is a real advantage in that situation. Anyway, we mounted a small campaign in Palos Verdes Estates, the door hanger campaign, and we let the Democrats there know that Harold was the Democrat in the race, and he won in Palos Verdes Estates, which was just kind of amazing to me. And he won in Carson big time, and he won that race. In 2020, we did another door hanger campaign in Rolling Hills Estates. Debbie Stigura was our endorsed candidate, and Jeff Frankel was our school board candidate. So we had 500 door hangers because the LA County Democratic Party was stingy and would only give us 500. And we put them on doors in Rolling Hills Estates. We only put them, the process is to hang them on pure Democratic doors. So every registered voter in that household is a Democrat. Anyway, long story short, Debbie won that race. She beat 2 incumbents in that race. So that was a great result. And then now we did that again for Paul Seo and Sarah Dean and Ami Gandhi and Harold Williams. The county party gave us 2,000 door hangers. We weren't sure we could do it, but we managed to get them all on the doors. And Paul won his race, and Sarah and Ami won their race, and Harold was reelected. And I know it's only 3 data points, but it kind of feels like it works. So we'll be doing that again. So pretty proud of our little club's work in the election. Okay, next slide. Yes, okay. So if you've ever wanted to be a delegate to the California Democratic Party State Convention. The way, and you've always wondered how that happens. One way that it happens is by running to be a delegate. And those elections happen every other year, odd numbered years in January. And so in 2023, we're having another election. And if you go to the cadem.org website, that stands for California Democrats, CADEM.org, the very home page, at the very top, it's not very prominent, you'll see that 2023 ADEMS link tab. ADEM stands for Assembly District Election Meeting. That's the name of the caucus that is held. And if you click on that tab, you can register to run for that office. We will be electing 7 self-identified female delegates and 7 other than self-identified female candidates. That's the terminology we use now. So, and anybody who lives in the district, the 66th Assembly District, and is a registered Democrat can run for these offices. And you can go to that tab on the cadem.org webpage and find out all the information about that. Next. So our activism chair isn't here, but she provided information that she wanted to let everybody know about. So we,
This doesn't want to turn off.
okay, so we talked about the past election, but now we're looking forward to the one that's still ongoing, right? And that is the Georgia election. Everybody I know in this room is aware of that. Raphael Warnock really needs to be re-elected. I think probably everybody in this room agrees that Herschel Walker really isn't up to the task at all, putting it mildly. Anyway, there are things that we can do.
Oh, it's not on yet?
Thanks. There are things that we can do to help Reverend Warnock right from your own couch if you don't want to go to Georgia, which most people don't. So we will have a mobilized link on our webpage, right, where people can sign up to do phone banks. What's going on here?
Who's going to show the one?
That's the activism page.
Oh, the activism page. Okay. All right, and there were some things that Carol wanted me to remind you
Who's just showing the one?
Got it.
So there are letter writing campaigns as well as phone bank campaigns. Just click on one of those and they're happening on multiple days.
Right.
And, multiple times. So find the one that works for you.
I don't know if you could hear Reggie say that for those of you who are at home, but you can go to our webpage and find out more information about how you can get involved. One thing Carol wanted me to impress upon everyone is that if Reverend Warnock is reelected, and why his seat is so critical, people might think it's not critical because we do have the majority now, just barely. But if we can up it by one sitting senator, it would mean that there won't be any power sharing and that Dems will have a majority on all the committees, meaning that legislative process and judicial confirmation process, very important judicial confirmation, right, will go faster without Republicans being able to block the progress. It will make it so that a single Democratic senator can't possibly hold the whole delegation hostage, so it would take more than that now. Dems will have subpoena power. It will protect the Senate majority in the event that a senator passes away, which, you know, we've got some pretty old ones, right? I was really kind of worried about Senator Leahy there, but he looks like he's made it to the end, but he had some health issues. It frees up Vice President Harris for other work, and so on. There are still many good reasons why it's important to help Reverend Warnock win this race. Okay. Next slide.
It makes Joe Manchin irrelevant.
Not necessarily.
Less relevant.
Less relevant. Nobody can hold the whole delegation hostage. So I think, do I turn this over to you now? If we're ready? Okay, so this is a slide about our upcoming meetings. We haven't decided. It's still to be announced for January, is that correct? You want to say something about that?
Michael Hilton was supposed to be January,
Right.
and, yes, that we confirmed.
Okay, so Michael Hiltzik generally speaks to us in January, but this year he
Well, actually, last year he did the same.
oh.
So maybe February is in.
So Michael Hiltzik generally talks to us about, he does a recap of the past year. He does a really good job. And he'll be talking to us in February, and we don't have it pinned down yet what we'll be doing in January, but it'll be a really good meeting because Palos Verdes Democrats and we hold really good meetings. So
But no meeting in December.
yes, and we're not meeting in December. Okay, now I turn it over